Well, Bill, how are you feeling now?
Well, it's exciting. This is a neat part of the project. You can see a lot of progress every day. Feeling real good about it now. A lot of things we're controlling now rather than the building controlling us or the ground conditions controlling us.
Yes.
Kind of took that turn.
How many people now do we have? I know before we had about 250 or so people on the job, but now that you've got all this basic work done, you've really stepped it up.
We average around 400 men now on a given day. And we still have another few weeks of structural work to do, get that crew out of here, but they've been replaced by the drywallers and painters, the window men, the duct people, all those guys that take those shell spaces and develop them out into the guest rooms. So progressing very well with this increased manpower and the space available for them.
Well, Bill, this hallway, all it needs is carpet.
Yeah, indoors. And we have the doors, but we didn't want to bring them in yet so they don't get banged up.
Sure.
Okay, we've been talking about advancing the finishes. This is a really good example of what that means. The crown across the top of the room is in place. Our woodwork, our millwork base is in place. We've been devicing out for the TVs, the computer power. Everything's in place except for the final grills that go on the fan coil units. So this room, as soon as we feel comfortable that it's safe to put down rug, then we're in the carpet business and out of this room.
And you have all your tile down also in the entranceway and goes right into the bathroom.
Right, and that's the same in this whole building, and they're placing the tile in building B now. So obviously this is a really good indicator we're almost there, right? We have the vanity in place. Of course, above us, got the wall sconces. This building doesn't have lit mirrors like some of the other parts on the campus, so here we'll have a conventional mirror between the sconces.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So it's nice to be out on the finished Riverwalk. Structurally, we're done here, doing the pavers, the cosmetic work, handrail, the bollards. But as far as the marine contractor and the reinforcement of the bulkhead, that is complete and behind us now.
Bill, what we're looking at here, as you know, is these were the test panels for the brick for all the walkway here along the river. We're looking at the patterns and how much variety we wanted in the color of the brick. We also looked at the first mock-up of the pillars that go along the edge of the Riverwalk, and we commented about the mortar joints being too wide and we wanted them deeper. And so this is, I see, the mock-up they've done, obviously with smaller mortar joints, and it is deeper. So I think we're real close with this mock-up.
Everything that is painted gray or is green and being painted gray, that gets covered with this fiber cement siding. And that is the modern product that replaces and is a replica of the old transite siding that was on the building when we started. That crew, there's enough real estate here for them to kind of move in and get started and not run out of work. We have the windows now that fill these long slot openings. Those are the original steel and glass windows that were taken out. We sent them to a fab shop. They were totally restored. They're back in hand and ready to go back in those openings.
How about number of hours you're working now? How many shifts?
So it varies depending on the component of the project. Several trades are working, 6-10s they call it, so Monday through Saturday on 10-hour days. The West Garage, for example, that is running 2 shifts, 2 long shifts, so it's around the clock basically, and that is to do the bracing by day and do the welding by night to keep the flow going. It's nice to just observe this wall and verify its performance because the river's so high on the other side of it, and as dry as this wall is, kind of proves the engineering behind this decision to use a slurry wall system. We've advanced the excavation to this level we are, but when we get down there and bottom out the hole, do all the foundations, put the slab back in May, then it's a conventional, traditional job, just building a garage.
Yeah, Bill, this is a really important aspect of our whole program because we'll have 486 parking spaces. We feel like we'll use about half of them really for our guests, and the other half will be for the general public coming and going and attending our restaurants and live music, etc. Well, you can really tell the speed has picked up now that you've got a clear road ahead. There's going to be some big changes in the next 30, 60, 90 days.
Yeah.
And great weather now. 60 degrees, you can't ask for better than this. So
That's right.
we're rolling.
Yes, sir.